What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Diamond Talk. We are back after this long All-Star break, a very exciting week in baseball, and a very good series we're coming off of for the Phillies, being down in Boston. George, how you doing today?
Pretty good, man. I was in Boston for the series. Very fun to be there, especially going out there with a win. Didn't know really what to expect. Boston Red Sox, one of the hottest teams in baseball.
Yeah.
But bats came alive. Pitchers did well. A lot to talk about today.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I think we're going to start off with that series. That first game again wasn't looking too well for us. We did not have a very good start, but just coming back after that again, the bats just coming alive. Everyone just seemed to keep on hitting. It almost kind of sucks that we had to stop for the All-Star break in between because everyone was doing so well that it's going to happen. Obviously, honestly, maybe even the All-Star break is what hyped them up. Maybe they wanted to go into the All-Star break going with a streak and everything. But everyone was just coming alive.
Yeah, dude. And 14 hits on Saturday. Like, being there was awesome. I was at the game. I was in center field. And starting off the game, Segura's hitting a bomb. Segura 2 for 5. Harper 2 for 5. JT went 2 for 5. Boom, 2 for 5. Like, hitting was contagious. Everyone was hitting. It was awesome.
Yeah, that Gene home run. I remember just seeing the clip after, and they were like, I remember Phillies posted on Instagram, and they were like first pitch of the game, and it was just Gene Segura crushed that ball.
It was awesome. Like, I sat down on my seat. We got there like 30 minutes early, so I was chilling. First pitch of the game, we're all like, let's go. Off the bat, everyone was like, no way. Are you serious? They were very salty in Boston.
Yeah. Actually, tell the story about what happened when you were there. You have to tell this story.
Yeah, dude, you hear a lot about how Phillies fans are assholes. Boston fans, those guys suck. I mean, minimum trash talk by us, like scoreboard, all that dumb stuff. And we got
normal stuff.
Yeah, the normal stuff. We got beer cans thrown at us, people cursing at us, telling us to meet them in the parking lot. Like, those guys are ready to rumble. And I might have been because they were getting their asses kicked. I mean, that game was terrible for them, but that could have been a big reason why.
Yeah. I remember, but the first game was bugging me a lot. We let up 11 runs. It just seemed to continue to. It started to worry me. I remember seeing tweets like, "Hey, this is how it is facing a real baseball team," because we had Chicago before when we know they were on their 11-game losing streak and everything. And I was very worried after that first game. I didn't think we were going to pull out another win after. I mean, letting up 11 runs. And I get it, Boston's a very good team, but it's just nice to see this, like, the comeback kid story. You know what I mean? Like, they get destroyed first game, come back, win the next two into the All-Star break. It was very nice.
I mean, you go from Vinny getting rocked and just terrible to going into Saturday with Matt Moore in the mound. Like, I went into the game. I walked in the stadium. I was like, it's great to be here, but I really don't think we're going to win. I was like, this is going to be tough. But
yeah, you were probably expecting a total shit show.
Matt Moore, dude, 4 total hits from Boston the whole entire game. Like, that was awesome. Holding that lineup to 4 hits was refreshing. Like, I wanted to take at least 1 in Boston going into it. Taking 2 or 3 is just like a godsend. Like, we're playing real baseball. We look good the last few series.
We look like an actual baseball team.
I mean, a little more confident than I did. Yeah.
The Red Sox are a very good baseball team. They are not someone to mess around with. I mean, they were on 55 wins now. Like, they're doing really well, especially in a division like the AL East. I know the Yankees aren't playing well, but they're doing really well when a lot of people didn't expect them to. I didn't expect the Red Sox to be this good. They struggled a lot last year, and they coming off firing this year. Phillies taking 2 of 3, winning another series. No one's seeing this. Bryce Harper's really stepping up. He almost hit one over the monster. It's so close. And I remember you on our last episode, you called it. You were like, Bryce Harper's going to hit one over the monster.
He always did it that way.
And he had this close. I remember I was watching it. I was like, dude, he almost caught it. And then he just missed it. I was about to get so hype. Oh, my gosh.
All traveling, and I was like, that's got to go over. That's got to go over. It's just that close. I'll take it.
No, definitely. Yeah, it was a monster of a hit. I mean, everyone is playing well right now. Game's getting back underway today, correct?
Yep. We got Red Sox, Yankees. That's the only game today, but that should be a good one.
Oh, no, of course. Them games are always exciting. But, yeah, so obviously a lot of positive going in right now. But you seem to really want to focus on someone in the bullpen that's doing really well right now.
Dude, Ranger freaking Suarez. This is our guy, right? Like this is the guy. He really went in there 7 straight outs to close that game, 7 outs to close the game, 7 out save. Like this is the guy. If we want to name someone the closer, it's Ranger Suarez, and it's great to see him because he's so confident. Like he'll have a 3-2 count, and we'll give him a changeup. Like he's out there and he's throwing what he wants to throw. This is his. He has confidence in his stuff, and dude, it's refreshing because as we all know, this bullpen in the beginning of the year and throughout the whole time was it was scary. It sucked. It wasn't fun to watch. Injuries happened, and then everything started imploding. Having a bright spot like Ranger Suarez, like you can't complain. A 0.77 ERA now. He's giving us 7-out saves. If you need to rely on one guy in the bullpen, now it's Ranger Suarez. Like it's not even close.
I don't think there's anyone else to even choose to rely on. I don't. There really is no one close. Ranger Suarez, that again, last time we talked, he was someone that's like, hey, if he keeps on stepping up, he keeps on doing this thing, yeah, he can be the guy. Now he's really closing on that position now. No one else in the bullpen is really close to him. Hector Neris he's gone. He's got it.
Sucks.
Thank God, because man, watching him pitch a baseball is struggling. It is to say the least struggling to watch. And seeing someone like Ranger Suarez, again, a young guy, used to be a starting pitcher. Just 2 years ago, he was a starter. And now he's coming into the bullpen, notching saves, and 7-out saves. It's totally incredible in close games. It's really good to see, and something that we haven't seen in a while from the Phillies. Hector's never been this way for us. We haven't had a closer this dominant. At least I know it's only been like a week-long range, but still, we haven't even had a week of really dominance in a long time. And hopefully we can keep it up. But yeah, Ranger Suarez is absolutely filthy.
Yeah, like seeing a guy that was supposed to be a starter and was a starter in the minors, and it just doesn't work out for them. If they can get in the bullpen and be effective like he can, like that's the perfect situation for any baseball team and player. Like he's got to be feeling so good. He's been nothing but good this entire season. Like nothing bad has happened off that man. And it's crazy because every single guy in the bullpen, something very bad has happened in games. And Ranger has just been consistent. And after that 7-out save, like it's over for any conversation of who's the guy you have to lean on, who's the guy that you want to close games. Like it's Ranger Suarez. Yeah. And we'll see how the trade deadline goes, but right now it's Ranger Suarez's bullpen.
Yeah, and Ranger Suarez right now, he started in the minors to start the year. We didn't really know what to expect out of Ranger. It wasn't someone.
It was a stupid move.
Yeah,
he should be on the roster from the jump.
Yes, I agree, but we weren't really sure what was going to happen, how much to expect from him. At that point, we had even other guys above him, like Jojo Romero was someone that Girardi was very high on Jojo Romero, but the only reason why is because he just throws really hard. Jojo throws really hard, but when he started to throw hard, look what happened to him. He's getting Tommy John surgery now. So there's a bunch of other guys that were above him. I like seeing that Jojo started in the minors again. He worked his way up, pitched well in the minors, came up, and just continues to be dominant. And I didn't expect it. I've never been a huge believer in Ranger Suarez. I've never been a Ranger Suarez guy, but he's just been going off this year, and hopefully he can keep it up and just keeps on going and going. And you're right. It is totally his bullpen, at least to this point. We'll see what the trade deadline brings. But right now, Ranger Suarez is the guy.
Like with ease. It was so awesome to watch. Like I was in Boston. I didn't go to the game, but we were watching on the TV. I was with a few Red Sox fans, and they were like, "Who the hell is this guy?" I was like, "It's our closer. That's our closer right there. It's Ranger Suarez. Get to know the name because you're gonna see him."
Yeah, I love it. And actually having a lefty out of the bullpen, that's actually good. I remember our best lefty in the arm for the past couple of years was Adam Morgan.
Yeah,
that was awful. I said a story. Adam Morgan, he was in the minors, and his first time being called up, he also started as a starter. I was there for his debut.
Really?
I was supposed to see like Aaron Nola was supposed to pitch or someone like that. They were supposed to pitch. It was like 2017. I forget exactly. But someone that was actually good was supposed to pitch, and he couldn't, so they called up Adam Morgan. And I remember I was seeing the announcements like as I was in Citizens Bank Park, and it's like starting pitcher Adam Morgan. I was like, who? Like, who is this guy? And he actually pitched like really well. He went like 7 deep. Like he did well.
That's a crazy place to be at, the debut of Adam Morgan.
That's something that I will treasure and tell everyone that I saw Adam Morgan debut, which we actually saw him in Chicago.
Yeah, I didn't know he was even on the Cubs.
Neither did I.
I just saw him. It was like Adam Morgan's coming in. I was like, Adam Morgan? This guy? I was so high on him too the one year. I was like, this guy's going to be so good.
When he started off like really well.
Like amazing, yeah.
Dude, oh my gosh. And I remember he started off extremely well, and I was at a game. He lit up like 4 runs, and I was like, oh God, like I just ruined it. Like
we're back at it. There you go.
I really feel like I'm the bad luck of the Phillies. I've gone to probably about 8 or 9 games this year, and I've only seen 1 win. Every other time it's not even been close games. It's been blowouts. Like I went to a couple weeks ago a game against I forget. Oh, the Padres, and we lost like 11-1. Like when Hector Neris came in and led like 5 runs in the 9th inning. I was at that game. I've been at so many blowouts.
Like 6 runs in the 9th or the 8th. That was so bad.
As the rain's pouring down, it was awful. It was so bad.
That's the worst games to be at. What about Sunday? We want to talk about a little Nick Pivetta.
Nick Pivetta action.
Nick Pivetta.
Yeah.
He looked like he was back in Philly. Nick Pivetta. That's what it was like. We lit that man up.
We did.
He was not happy about it. He did not look too happy.
Oh, the comments that he made about Philly too in the beginning of the year too. Oh, dude, it really pissed me off.
He deserved that.
He did.
That was great. I love to see him get rocked by like winning that game against Pivetta when Nola was supposed to pitch and we had an entire bullpen game.
Yep.
And we still won against the Red Sox.
Against the Red Sox.
What?
A day before All-Star break. Like that's a game that you want to look good going into All-Star break. You want to go in with the coming in hot.
Yep.
And we had our entire bullpen in the entire game, and we still came out with the win.
I can't believe it. So I was going to go to the game on Sunday, but we woke up too late. And I looked at the phone, and I was like, COVID. I was like, what? We have COVID? Mm-hmm. Aaron Nola's out. They're going Kinsler starting an entire bullpen game. I was like, wow. And like this is going to be bad. I wanted Pivetta Nola. I wanted to beat Pivetta that way. Now we got to go bullpen game, and we're probably going to lose. I was like, this sucks. My friends with me, they're all Red Sox fans. They're like, let me hammer the run line for the Red Sox. I was like, have fun. I'm just going to watch. Nick Pivetta, this man got rocked. Like that's exactly what we wanted to see. We really won an entire bullpen game against the Red Sox. That's something that we just didn't expect. Like this team is playing much better than we have been the last few weeks. It's awesome.
No, definitely. When you were in Boston, did you kind of get any type of feeling of more of like, like the Phillies are an actual good baseball team, or they kind of view like Philly as like a joke? Like how do you know? Could you catch that or not really?
Boston thinks we're garbage.
Okay.
Like they're like, yeah, like you got a lot of the comments, the chirps on Saturday were like, yeah, we'll see in the playoffs. That you're not gonna make the playoffs. Like
okay, all right. So
enjoy this. Like you guys have fun. And I was like 3.5 back.
Yeah.
So
they kind of view us as like lucky for getting them 2 wins. They weren't like, it's a good baseball team. I'm not that mad. They were more like, okay, that's more of what I figured.
And it was weird because there's a lot of Mets fans there. So every Mets fan I looked at, I said, we're coming for you. I was like, I swear we're coming.
Yeah.
I was like, we're going to win this division.
Yeah. And what seems to be like the main, thoughts on Nick Pivetta in Boston? Like, I know you had some friends you were with. Like, do they like Nick Pivetta now? Or
yeah, they love Nick Pivetta. Well, my friends, because I've always talked about, I always loved Nick Pivetta. I was always a Nick Pivetta guy. So I was like, he's going to be so good. And then he went to Boston, and I was like, at that point, I was like, have fun with him. Like,
right.
He's not gonna. He sucks. Like, it's over. He jumped out this year. He's been playing really well, and they're like, this guy is great. Thank you for trading him to us. And my thought is just like, it was time to trade him. And I'm sorry, but like, he's not that great. You guys are gonna kind of realize that. But they all think he's solid, like number 3 guy.
Wow, that's so crazy to think about because it's so different in different fan bases, like thinking about actual trades and just overall what teams think of other teams. Like obviously everyone here hates like the Mets, like the Braves and stuff like that, and just hearing it from like other sides, like I've always hated Pivetta. Like I was never part of like the breakout Pivetta movement, you know what I mean? Like I was never part of that, but it's funny that a lot of guys like Pivetta over in Boston.
Dude, they really do. And it's like, it's crazy because that's what I made a point to like talk to people at that. Like, because I met a lot of Red Sox fans. They were very cool. They were very nice. So like I was talking to a lot of them, and I was like, Nick Pivetta, man, like you guys like him? They like him. They think he's a solid pitcher.
That's cool.
He's gonna crush their dreams. It's all
right.
Oh,
100%. He did it to us every single year.
He's gonna do
every single year, just like how Vince Velasquez does every year to us. See, I was the Velasquez guy. I was always the breakout Velasquez. You know what I mean? Where every year, like, oh, he's looking good in spring training.
Yep.
I fell for it every year.
It's like I fell for Pivetta every year.
Yeah.
He changed the arm slot the one year, and I was like, Pivetta, breakout Pivetta.
I understood it, but yeah, a very good series from the Phillies and the Red Sox. It was just very entertaining, regardless of what team you're really supporting. Obviously, maybe not. I mean, Sunday was a really good one, a very close game. Seeing Randy Suarez come in, very good and everything. But after that, we went into the All-Star break, which was happening earlier this week, and I think it was a pretty good All-Star week.
It was fun, and like the home run derby was it was very hyped up, but who doesn't like watching home runs, especially in Coors Field? Juan Soto ripping one 520. Dude. And the over-under was 519.5. Love that. Thank you, Juan Soto. It was a fun home run derby, though. I wish Ohtani really showed up first round because he started off so bad.
That's directly what I was actually going to go into. Is I was very disappointed in seeing Ohtani not doing very well. Obviously, a guy that's supposed to be so hyped up, not even supposed to be. He is hyped up. He is right now the MVP in the AL, and I don't think it's really that close, at least in my opinion. I think Ohtani is just that guy. He's doing everything so amazing. And a lot of guys, he was probably the favorite to win the home run derby. I had Trevor Story, which he wasn't. He did good too, but he didn't. Obviously didn't go to the finals or anything like that because I thought like the hometown kid was going to do something special.
I had Trevor Story too.
Because I think it would have been a very exciting story. I mean, thinking about how Bryce Harper was in D.C. before he left, that crowd was electric.
It was crazy.
It was crazy. But yeah, it was still a very exciting home run derby. Pete Alonso, I hate seeing Pete Alonso win stuff because I think he's such a douche. I just don't like Pete Alonso.
I don't like him either, but I also know a lot of Mets fans, so I have to hear about him all the time.
Oh, great.
But damn, dude, he dominated. He
did.
He dominated the whole time.
Dude, when he was taking his final swings and everything, he just kept on going, just homer after homer.
It was like
he wasn't even trying.
His BP pitcher was giving him perfect location.
All in the center of the strike zone.
Every time. It was awesome. It was cool, though.
Yeah.
Fun.
And then he also, the remarks he said after, he said he feels like he's the greatest power hitter right now. And I'm like, you have 17 home runs this year.
Let's not go that far.
Let's say, you won a couple home run derbies against batting practice.
I'll still take Vladdy over you.
Oh, every single day of the week.
Not even close. Like, come on. Pete Alonso's good. I'll give it to him. Like, Pete Alonso's a good player. He's got power, but you're not the best power hitter in baseball.
God, no. I mean, maybe if you're closer in the home run debate, but you can't call yourself a power hitter with 17 home runs when there's a guy that with Shohei Ohtani is almost doubling you with 32.
Then you got like Tatis with 28. I think Vladdy has around there.
I mean, right now I think Manny Machado has 17 home runs.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, let's go with that. But let's go into our guys for the All-Star game. JT Realmuto.
Dude, I like just having a guy in the home run derby on your team that hits a home run, or not the home run derby, the All-Star game that hits a home run. That's so cool to see.
Yeah.
Like I just represent Philadelphia and represent the best catcher in baseball.
Yeah. Did you see the last time that a Phillies player hit a home run in the All-Star game?
Yeah. What year was it?
1981. Mike Schmidt.
Ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
1981. That was 40 years ago.
Right off the bat, JT. It was like crushed, and they ended up getting wrecked at that point.
Yeah. What was it? It was like 4-0 there or something like that.
At that point, yeah
4-0, something like that. But yeah, JT killed the ball. So that was one guy that we only had 2 All-Stars. He came in, and it was very exciting to see your own guy do something like that. And the entire time I was watching, I was like, wait a minute, Zach Wheeler has not been in the game yet.
Yeah, dude, first of all, he should have started. Am I mad he didn't?
He should have.
It's fine. Max Scherzer was a reserve, and you put him in. Dave Roberts is a clown for that. Like, Zach Wheeler was the clear guy to start in that game. They just didn't start him. And as the innings went on, inning after inning after inning, I was like, is he just not going to pitch? I was like, you got to throw him at least one inning, right? At least like a batter or something. And he goes out there, strike, get him out of here.
3-pitch strikeout on Matt Olson.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, he came in. he showed his dominance. He did exactly he did the best he could have done in his situation.
Yep.
I'm really not even mad about it though. Like I am, because I would have loved to see him start. Just having him say that Zach Wheeler was a starter for an All-Star game as a Philly would just be awesome to be able to say. But he came in and pitched 3 pitches, got a strikeout, and now it's like he didn't even pitch. Like he's still extremely healthy. He's not worn out at all. I'm okay with it. I mean,
I just kept thinking like your all-star starters, Zach Wheeler and JT. Like that would have been awesome.
dude,
Your guy is throwing to your other guy to start the All-Star game. That's what every team would love.
yeah, and having them 2 guys, that actually would have been so amazing. I really wish we would have seen that.
Dave Roberts crushed our dreams with that one.
Yeah, he kept on bringing – when he was talking about guys that he wanted to start, he said Scherzer because he was supposed to last year, but the All-Star game didn't happen. It's like, okay, well, we're not in that year anymore. Like that doesn't matter. And who was the – oh, Walker Buehler he wanted to start.
Like Wheeler's just been better. He's just like
than everyone.
Like literally. So that's what's annoying. Like he didn't even think about Wheeler at all.
The only other one I could have seen was like Corbin Burns, and he didn't. Yeah. He wasn't in conversation either. Like he was naming guys that I was like, why? Like for what? Like what are you trying to do here?
Yeah, he kind of gypped Philly on that one. But I was cool with seeing Wheels go out there and just throw 3 pitches and get the hell out.
Dude, it was cool. I was sitting here late at night and I didn't even notice it until he called him in. I was like,
there he
is. Yet?
There's Wheels.
Yep. Came in for 3 pitch strikeout and that was nice. But yeah, I think that was a very good All-Star week. A lot of exciting stuff happened. Congrats to Pete Alonso, whatever. Congrats to the AL.
Whatever.
Yeah. Really bad for us that our division rival, the Mets, they won their player won the home run derby, and the other league won the All-Star game. So still exciting though. It was a very fun week for baseball.
I mean, yeah, can't complain. I always like All-Star Week. It's very fun. But as you're in the middle of it after the home run derby and all, it's like I can't wait to get back to real games.
Yep.
Especially now. So like second half, talk about the second half. I mean, listen, we have the easiest schedule after All-Star break in all the MLB record-wise.
Wow.
We're 3.5 back from the Mets.
Oh my god.
We're starting to play some real baseball. We've been playing good and consistent. We're not losing games by like heartbreaking endings or bullpen 9th inning blunders. Like we're like this team has a real shot to win the division. Do you think we got a chance?
Oh, I would 100% agree, but to do that, I think we have to be buyers. Like buyers. Like there's no going back now. If we would have got swept by the Red Sox, that could have changed my mind in a heartbeat. Like real quick, I wouldn't even think of it. But that's just crazy how 2 games can change someone's outlook. That's how confident I feel in them last 2 games that we played. There's a lot of guys that I would like to see. A lot of guys are on the trade market that I would like the Phillies to go for. Something that I am very deep on. We've talked before. Craig Kimbrell. I think this guy needs to be in a Phillies uniform by next week. This guy needs to be here.
Well, so like Dombrowski has traded for him before when he was in Boston. He traded for Craig. This man is 33 years old. We got him. He's under control next year for $16 million. He's throwing a 0.57 ERA right now in 31 2/3 innings, 0.663 WHIP, 20 saves, 54 Ks to 10 walks ratio. He's been nothing but pure dominance this year. And the Cubs are supposedly having a fire sale, right?
Yep, they're a struggling baseball team.
Go get your man. We need a bullpen arm, don't we? Heavy. And there's guys out there you can grab that I'll be happy with, But if Craig Kimbrell somehow ends up in a Phillies uniform, we're like my mind is like looking right towards that division title.
What would your thoughts be if we could try and get a combined Craig Kimbrell, Chris Bryant deal going?
I thought you had mentioned that. And I know people have been talking about it because, like, dude, Chris Bryant here would be so cool. And I love
Vegas, dude.
And I love Alec Bohm. But, like, dude, if you can get a, like, established star in Chris Bryant, that would be incredible. So I hope that they can gun for him. I think the asking price is going to be a little too big.
We have to give up some key guys.
Yeah, I don't think we have enough firepower to trade for Kimbrell and Bryant unless we're given maybe like Bohm in the trade. I don't know.
Someone pretty established.
But also Dombrowski, dude, he's a win now guy. He's always been a win now guy, and he's always been, I will trade the young guys to try to win a title. It's just the thought, like, can we win right now? We can win the division right now, definitely, but can we win the World Series right now? Time will tell, but probably not.
Yeah, and also, did we mention Chris Bryant knows how to play center field?
He does. He does know how to play center field, and what is the one position that we kind of suck at? Center field. Dude, that would be, like, if we could somehow pull that off, it would be a miracle.
Okay, so right now, the guys that I could see us trading right now that are some important factors, they have Mickey Moniak is someone that I could see us trading. How would you feel about trading Moniak?
I'm fine. I like Moniak. I've been high on Moniak for a little bit. I think he's better than Hazley. I think he's better than like Odubel and guys like that. Like but I'm 110% okay with getting rid of him.
Right. So I think we'd have to give up someone like Moniak. Not that's not it. We'd have to give up a lot. I think Moniak would be involved in that deal. I think Adonis Medina would have to be involved in that deal. He's a decent pitching prospect. He was very high. I think that someone can work on him. I think he can be a good pitcher in this league. I think we have to give him up. Cornelius Randolph, a former first-round pick we had, he's starting to pick it up a lot in AAA right now, like a lot. He's batting over 300, hitting bombs. He's doing everything he can. Honestly, the only guy that's in the minors that I would not feel comfortable with trading is Mick Abel. That's it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't give him up for anyone at all, unless we had Bryant and Kimbrel locked up for years and years. That'd be different. But Kimbrel's getting older. Bryant, we don't know how well he's gonna be doing. So, but anyone else, I would be okay. Like I'm okay. We don't have a very good farm system right now. Dump the rest of them. I don't care. Getting Kimbrel and Bryant, I think that puts us immediately where I think we already have the division locked up. I think we can easily come back, and I think we can get a pretty good run going. When this team's hot, they're hot. They're crazy. And honestly, I'd be willing to give up everyone besides Mick Abel for them too.
And like you look at this lineup the Phillies have, and it's like we are a deep lineup. Like we really are. We like from numbers 1 to you could say 7. Like we're a deep team, and like even guys like Torreyes are giving you super valuable at bats every single time he steps up. So it's like you add Chris Bryant and you add Craig Kimbrel to this team, we're the best team in this division if that happens. Because I don't think the Nationals are good. The Braves lost Acuna, so that is like the biggest blow ever. That's like us losing Harper.
Yeah.
The Mets are the only team we have to worry about, and we're 3.5 back from them. And the beginning of this year, we were playing like dog shit, and now we have the easiest schedule in baseball. Like Dombrowski's got to go out and try to get somebody of high caliber that you can push this division.
And that's the thing.
This division, dude. Like you're going out there and you're going out in the NLDS, and you got Nola, you got Wheeler, and you have a lineup that can hit. The bullpen hopefully is a little better. If Ranger's still going, you add Kimbrel. Like, dude, we could fight. Like, I'll give us a chance against any team. I don't care.
And there is some veterans in the bullpen that has some playoff experience or just later in the season. Guys get tired, but these veterans, they've dealt with this before. Guys like Archie Bradley, he's going to only get better throughout the season. He just came back off injury. He's going to get better. I 100% guarantee it. He's too good of a ball player not to. So I think Archie Bradley would be good by that time. If Ranger Suarez is still doing his thing.
Bailey Falter's giving you 2-3 innings.
Bailey Falter is actually really good. He's obviously not as good, but he's reminding me of like a Josh Hader.
I like that. I mean, I like that comparison. Yeah.
He's not as good. I mean, he's not even close. Let's be. Josh Hader is on a whole different level, but he just reminds me of him. You know what I mean? I don't know. I really like him. I hope he can keep on going. I mean, lefties are valuable in this league. And if you have him and Ranger Suarez in your bullpen, I'm pretty comfortable with that if they keep it going. So I will have more faith in the bullpen as we keep on going, as long as we get Kimbrel. I wouldn't be that upset in not getting Bryant. I mean, I want him. Don't get me wrong. Him and Harper were buddies back then. Played on the same team a couple times and everything back in Vegas. But Kimbrel is someone I think we need. Having that lockdown closer.
I think it's like, and if this bullpen stays healthy and you add Craig, like, dude, we have guys that could set you up in the 7, 8, 9 innings with ease that you feel comfortable trotting out. And we haven't had that. Like, it was in the beginning of the year, Archie Bradley coming out, we felt good, and then like shit happens, he gets hurt, he doesn't do too well. Alvarado's losing control, hitting batters. Like you have stuff like that happen. You get guys that can throw in the 6, 7, 8, 9, which we have right now.
Yeah,
Like Ranger can go easy more than one. Falter can go easy more than one. You add Kimbrel, like that would be heaven sent. Like
dude,
Dom
it'd be filthy.
we'd be set up to fight fifth division with ease.
And Dombrowski knows all of this. He knows everything that's on the line, everything. He knows we have the easiest schedule. He knows all of this. And he's probably on the phone right now, pulling strings right now as we're speaking. I can only imagine he is, because that's the kind of guy he is. It's amazing to have someone like that up there, because before we didn't,
No,
to say the least.
no, not at all. I love being buyers at the deadline. Like I'm just giddy. I can't wait for the deadline to happen within the next coming weeks. It's gonna be awesome.
It is. And
going back to who you would trade, Bryson Stott. Would you trade Bryson Stott?
oh, you see, okay. I trade Stott in the package deal.
Yeah,
In the package for Bryant and Kimbrel, I think I would.
Yeah,
It's very hard because, yeah, he's looking good. He could be our shortstop for the long run. I'm not a huge Stott guy. Stott's already, is he 22, 23 years old now? Obviously that's young, but for minor league ball, that he's getting up there a little bit. And I just don't see a ton out of Stott. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He has potential. I don't really see it because he should be tearing it up in the minors, and he's not tearing it up. He's playing well. He's doing his thing. If he was someone that I'd feel really comfortable with, he'd be doing a lot better right now, and he's not. He hasn't seen a day up in the majors yet. We'll see. I'd give him up for a package. I wouldn't do it just for Kimbrel or just for Bryant. If we can get both, yeah, I'd do it.
Yeah, I would too for both. I don't know if I would do it for just Kimbrel because, like, I know Stott, like, he does have the potential to be the guy in the future. Like,
he does. Yeah. Don't get me wrong on that. And it's not worth for a bullpen arm. Like, yes, the bullpen is very important, but for one arm, you can't destroy your entire. Because Craig Kimbrel isn't going to be the reason that we can go win a World Series. If we trade for just Kimbrel, he's not going to win us a World Series. Plain and simple.
He's not. And, like, it's going to be a big part of our run if we make one, but it's not going to be like Craig Kimbrel on our shoulders. And it's not going to be like when the Cubs traded and got Chapman, because Chapman was one of the biggest parts of that team.
Workhorse.
Like, literally. So I don't think it'll be like that, but we have a guy that you're going to trot out that you know he's going to give you probably an effective inning that you're going to get to save.
Yeah, and I didn't see this coming out of Craig Kimbrel either, because he was struggling last year again too. I mean, he's showing a little bit of inconsistency, but this year he's been nothing but consistent. So hopefully, I don't know, because the Cubs might not even be willing to give him up. They keep saying that it's like we said before, it's like a fire sale. Like, they're trying to get rid of guys.
They're like, them losing 10 in a row was amazing for everyone else in the MLB is trying to be buyers, because now it's like this team is selling and they have so many guys that you can get. And hopefully we're one of those guys. Hopefully we get Kimbrel. Hopefully we gun for Bryant. I don't think we're going to get Bryant, but I agree. Why not? Like, why not go for him?
Yeah. And before that losing streak, again, they were winning the division before that losing streak. Yep. Like, they probably would have been buyers if they didn't go on that big losing streak. They would have been, they could have been going for guys. They could have been going for someone like Kutch or anyone from our team that would be willing to be buyers. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And, it's crazy how it can just switch up that much. And now hopefully we can grab something from them. I'm sure the Cubs are about to be torn apart.
Yeah. It sucks to be a Cubs fan because, that's all got, like, even Javi Baez has a chance to get dealt. You never know. It's like, it's a tough situation for them. It's good for us. I'll take it.
Yeah, definitely. And if we can grab anyone else from, like, anyone else in the bullpen would be nice. If we can get like a 4 or 5 starter that can just eat innings. Actually something that just crossed my mind. I can't believe I didn't talk to you about this before. Cole Hamels.
Yes. Oh, yes.
I can't believe we didn't remember that. He's holding something tomorrow.
I don't know about you, but I'm all in. Not even for the nostalgia factor, a little bit for the nostalgia factor,
Definitely.
But I will take Cole Hamels. Like, I will take him right now. We could use a Cole Hamels. Why not?
Yeah. Right? I agree.
He was on the Cubs. He had like a 3.8 ERA. He was throwing innings. He was eating innings. That's a guy we kind of need. I mean, you got Vinny and Matt Moore at the end of the rotation. Why not add a Cole Hamels?
Dude, I'd love it. Because, again, another veteran that he's done this before. He's done it in Philly before. I'm sure we're going to have so many scouts. I'm sure Dombrowski's going to be there tomorrow. We need – I'm hoping – even if he doesn't pitch well, I don't care. I don't even have to see this tomorrow. I want Cole Hamels in a Phillies uniform.
Could you imagine like Cole Hamels running out to the mound of Phillies uni in 2021? Dude, I like Cole Hamels all the way. I want him on this team more than anything. I think adding him as like the 4 or 5 starter is good for the team. It's good for the fans. It's good for everybody around the Phillies organization. And you have a guy that could be like a veteran leader. Because like the Phillies had Jake Arrieta doing that, and Jake Arrieta is a scumbag. Like Jake Arrieta sucks. Could you imagine adding Cole Hamels in here?
Dude.
Like he was in Atlanta, right?
Yeah,
and
he's
like, now look at those young starters. They look great. Like he's a guy that could show you the ropes, and like he's a guy that can bring you confidence and just like coach your young guys. So I think Cole Hamels is the perfect pitcher to add that you don't have to trade anything for.
I
home deal, like go for it. Why not?
I don't think he's really going to offer that much. I mean, it kind of he's not going to be going for that much just because he's coming off of an injury. He hasn't pitched all year. We're only getting him for half a year. I don't think he's doing anything that big, but I think his year before when he was in Atlanta for that year, they signed him for like $14 million. I was like they gave him a decent. I wouldn't want to give. I don't think Hamels is worth $14 million at the end of this year. But I don't think he'll be asking that. I really don't. I don't think he has the right to do that.
I don't think he's going to get a lot at all for half a year. I think he might sign for the remainder of the year.
Yeah,
and I don't think he's going to sign like this year and then into next year type deal. You know, I think it's like Cole Hamels signs for the rest of the year. It's going to be a not very expensive
deal.
Just
a couple million, I think.
And I hope that he's like looking around and he's looking at the Phils like, dude, Zach Wheeler, Aaron Nola, like back in Philadelphia. I hope he wants to retire as a Philly.
I'd hope so.
I hope so. If he ends up retiring as a Philly, it would be like full circle of the most amazing thing that could happen for him.
And the thing is that he bounced around to a lot of different teams as well. So I don't think he'd go back to one of those. It's either going to be a thing where he comes back to us and like signs a day-long contract, or if he comes for the rest of the year, or just whatever team he just rides out with, any random team that signs him, like the Oakland Athletics or something like that. I don't know who else.
The Yankees, dude.
Oh, please no! Don't
They're
do
looking
it.
at him. They're gonna be there.
I forgot about it. Please no, Cole. Don't do it. Don't go to New York and don't go to Tampa Bay.
And he already went to Atlanta behind our backs, man. Like, come on. Now you're gonna go to the Yankees.
Out of any team in the division, though, I'd be okay with that. I mean, besides the Marlins, I'm okay with that. As long as it wasn't the Mets or the Nationals, I'm actually okay with it. I'm not that mad. But if he joined the Mets, I wouldn't have even wanted him back. I'd be so pissed.
Dude, I would hate him forever. I'm so mad. Could you imagine he goes to the Braves and the Mets?
Dude, when I said the Mets, your face went from like smiling to just like you just look so pissed.
Oh my god. Could you Cole Hamels in a Mets uni would be the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life. That'd be terrible. Couldn't even imagine that. Number 35, orange.
And then blue pinstripes. Oh, it would look awful.
Maybe he'll steal money from him like he did with Atlanta. Pretty much took $14 million and was like, thank you.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Yeah. So I think Cole Hamels being added, any other help, some more depth, a right-handed backup is what we need off the bench. Because right now we have guys like Joyce and Miller, whatever, like, you know, Torreyes, he's kind of more like that utility guy that like Scott Kingery was supposed to be. Yeah. I don't think he should be our primary guy facing lefties. Like if we're in the playoffs and I don't know, Chapman or Hader comes in, I'm not going to feel totally comfortable with Ronald Torreyes coming in here to hit a game-winning home run. So I think we need some sort of bat. I mean, see, the Angels are kind of still going, but someone like Justin Upton, I know he's making a lot of money, but someone like that has some power against lefties, can do his thing, you know?
They would probably eat a good amount of the money too. That's usually what happens on those trades. So I would, you kind of need a guy like that off the bench. Like there's a lot of holes to fill in this team. We're playing really good baseball as of late. We're not a full good team right now. Like we still have some holes to fill. We could use a starter. We could use 1 or 2 bullpen arms. We could use a guy off the bench. And we got like a week and a half to do that. So hopefully Dombrowski is looking. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
They are 500, and we're 3.5 back. We're right there.
The
easiest schedule in baseball coming up if you just joined. Let's hope for the best.
Yeah, I think we do so well. Craig Kimbrell just do we know we need to start the hashtag like we started for JT for hashtag sign JT like somehow like hashtag trade for Craig or something. We need to start something to get this going. We need Craig Kimbrell on the Phillies.
And you know a lot of teams are going to be going for him, so we just got to make sure the package is right.
Right, I agree.
The package is right. That's it. And hopefully, the one thing is like if this was like 2 years ago and it was Clentak up there and it was not the same regime as it is now. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like when we got Dombrowski out, I wasn't too happy. I didn't really like the signing. I thought it didn't really match up with what we wanted to do. Because like Middleton didn't really want to open his pockets, but we're gonna sign a guy that wants nothing but to spend money and trade everybody. So it didn't really make sense to me. But right now at the trade deadline, being buyers, Dombrowski, like this is your time to shine. This is kind of why we got you, right?
Right.
This is why we signed Dombrowski, is for him to go after guys and become a win now team.
Yep.
And I know we're probably not right there to doing it, but go get some guys and let's make a run.
I like it. Prove why you were signed here. This is the reason why.
Yeah, and not even close. Who would you rather have in the Phillies, Mike Trout or Bryce? Mike Trout. I mean, come on, man. You can't. I love Bryce, but I mean, Mike Trout is literally going to be the greatest player ever when he retires, probably. I mean,
in case Bryce Harper ever watches this, I'm going to say Bryce Harper.
I love you, Bryce.
But I'm going to text you after this and give you my real answer.
I'll be waiting.
No, Mike Trout's too much of a beast. I mean, yes, he could be one of the greatest players. He's like Ken Griffey on steroids. It's not even fair. This guy, and it sucks because he's such like a quiet person. He doesn't have much of a personality. Because this guy should be the face of baseball. I mean, now you have guys like Fernando Tatis, who's loud and exciting. I love Fernando Tatis. Guys like that and Acuna. But honestly, like I see things like Fernando Tatis is coming up on Trout for how good he is. No, it's not. It's not even close. Mike Trout is that damn good. He's that good. He's insane.
And like these young guys are amazing, like Tatis and all of them. But like Mike Trout, doesn't even compare. Like look at his baseball reference page and tell me that he's not the best player that you've seen. Like,
dude, it's entirely not because he does it all. Like when you say like a 5-tool player, like just say Mike Trout. It's okay. Like and it's okay if we say that Mike Trout's better than Fernando Tatis or Bryce Harper, anyone you want to say, that's not a diss on them at all. Like they shouldn't be offended. Like you got guys like Harper, Tatis, Acuna, stuff like that, and that Trout he's just all the way up to the ceiling. Like it
just gets better and better and better, and it's crazy that he just keeps getting better because it's like, how do you get better from these numbers? And he just proves it every year.
Just keeps doing it. His OPS is over 1,000 in his career. That's ridiculous.
That's stupid. He if he stays healthy, he could have as many MVPs as Barry Bonds.
Yeah, and even when he's not even that healthy, he's still second or third. He's been top 3 almost every year besides, 2 years?
When he doesn't win, it's either like he's third place, he's second place, and like that. Like it's insane.
The one time he wasn't top 3, he was 4th.
Yep, and it sucks because Millville kid. He's a Millville kid. He's a Phillies fan growing up.
Yep, and everyone thought he was going to come here, and then after he said, "Oh yeah," and I never even thought of Philly of going to there. It's like,
fuck you.
Yeah, thank you. Fuck you, Trout.
You didn't think at all about Philly. His wife probably loves LA. I don't think he likes the spotlight. He's kind of a low key guy.
He is.
LA, it's like West Coast games. You can't watch West Coast games. Like we can't. I don't watch West Coast games.
No, they're 10-10 at night.
And once in a while on the weekends, I'll watch like a Padres game. But
right, and also he's on the LA team. That's not the popular one. He's not on the Dodgers. That'd be different.
I seriously don't. I just think he doesn't like the spotlight.
I think so too.
Yeah, like he knows how good he is, but I don't think he wants to like go to New York or Philly or Boston. Like he's cool being the second tier in LA.
All right. Well, you got anything else planned?
I think we hit everything today. I mean, like, yeah, I think that's it. Trade deadline targets, second half. Kimbrel. I think we got everything.
I think so too. Everyone just keep on tuning in. Watch the rest of this. The rest of this season. It's going to be so exciting. Obviously, easiest schedule. I'm not going to be admitting that. Everyone's saying, hey, like, we want to get the easiest schedule. I don't care. I'll take it any way possible. I don't care if we're facing the Diamondbacks over and over and over. We got to be a baseball. We have to be. We need to see playoff baseball in Philly.
We'll be back Thursday at 3:30, most likely again. We're gonna start doing Sundays whenever we can. Subscribe to DSM Media on Twitter, on YouTube. Follow. Just hit the like, hit the subscribe button, and let's keep it rolling. Thank you for tuning in. Go Phils.
All right, go Phillies. See you guys.
Good shit.